This is the B-side. B-side of Real Talk, All Sport, Nath. Gonna go straight into Hall of Fame. And we're gonna do a little bit different this time.
Yeah.
So, Hall of Fame, do you want to have a little guess or do you want me to go go
this
for
never
it?
really goes well for me. But listen, I'm confident that sooner or later, because you don't tell me the player.
No.
We purposely do this. So, come on. Give me decent clues. Could we have 3 decent clues?
3 decent clues. Okay. So we're going to go for, they are Welsh. They are a women's footballer.
Female footballer. Welsh football? And women's footballer. Okay.
Women's footballer. So that's pretty good. So you got at least a good like 25, 30 players to think of here at the moment.
Big Daddy Kane?
No, not Hannah Kane.
No, Big Daddy.
No. Incredible player though. Like.
Yeah.
Third clue, you have met her. I haven't.
I have met her. Okay.
Which actually probably doesn't narrow it down too much from the amount of interviews you've done with them.
It does though. I haven't met Feast of Football. I've met a few. Feast of Football?
Yeah, Feast of Football.
Rhiannon Roberts?
Correct, Rhiannon Roberts.
Raza, yeah, it is. Okay. I'll take that as a first.
Nice. Yeah. Great, that's a good shout.
So Raza's going into the Dan Madison's Hall of Fame?
I'm going to put her into the Hall of Fame. She's going in. I really like her as a footballer.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're a Welsh fan, sometimes we look at the way we play and we've got some absolute brilliant players. Like you look at Lads, we look at like Kane as well, Fishlock, some great players, and they're really good with build-up, really good at playing. But I also really like Rhiannon Roberts. We play with that back 5. And when you play with the back 5, there's some really important roles. That centre mid.
Well,
that centre back.
Yeah, those 3.
Those 3. Yeah. Sorry, and I find it fascinating because I feel like working as a back 2, you've got to have a really good partnership. As a back 3, there's something really special about it. Like you look at like Italy when they were amazing, you had like Bonucci, Chiellini, and like Balzaraghi. So there was something amazing about a back 3, and the person in the middle just ties it up. And when I've seen Rhiannon Roberts play, I just think she is the perfect centre back in the back 3. Aggressive.
She's dead aggressive.
And I love that. It's like an enforcer, but brilliant in the air.
Reads the game really well.
Reads the game and you can tell by the way she scans and by the way she moves.
Great experience.
Always in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and can looks after that whole right hand side, right? Yeah, I like that, Dav. I think, yeah.
And you've met her, haven't you?
Yeah. We're on the Feast of Football podcast together, and I was more focused on her mum and Graham. I seen footage of a mum and a stepdad in Spain, like having a great time with a few shifties. So but great lady, great woman, great player. Yeah, about time. Yeah,
about time. You've been saying you on it.
Yeah.
And we look at the club she's played for. Currently at Real Betis as well, which is always interesting when looking at the kind of with women's football, that there's so much scope worldly for different teams, and like a lot of British players move around internationally much more than we do, much more than the men's do. But she's also spent a lot of time in the north of England.
Yeah.
She's a Donny.
Is it the Bells, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's played for Doncaster.
Yeah, she played for them I bet she made 50, 60, 70 appearances.
I think she made around about 70 appearances for them.
Yeah.
So I also think for the weekend I've had.
So you've wrapped it up all in one. You come full circle.
She's put in the rounds for Doncaster.
Yeah.
But equally, I just think she's a really, really good player. And in a time where Welsh football is just so enjoyable, it's nice to give the recognition for her in her career, who has put her body on the line constantly to build Wales into the footballing nation that it is right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 or 4 of them you'd say, got mad experience, but we're obviously talking about Raza. Well, she's just like 100% sort of, you don't get like a drop in standard from her.
No.
I've played with players like that. Right? Like, I could be freaking useless some days if I wasn't in the mood. And then as you grow older, you become more aware that you've got to be in the mood more often than not.
Yeah.
But she is more like she's in the mood no matter what. You know what I mean? She's what we call in professional football 100%er.
Yeah.
All day, every day. So yeah, I like that, mate.
Oh, thank you very much.
Where did she got? She won the championship somewhere. She got promoted. Was it Liverpool? She in Liverpool. She joined Liverpool in they were in the lower
2018.
Division, they were down in the 2nd division, I think.
Yeah. So after 5 seasons with the Bells at Doncaster.
Yeah.
And how many caps did you think she had for Doncaster?
How many games? I'm going to say 60.
71. So not far off at all.
Yeah.
And then so she's always played in the north of England, Blackburn Rovers before then.
Go on, Rovers. Go on, Rovers.
And then joined Liverpool in 2018. And then in 2022, helped the team win the championship.
Yes. Yes.
Securing a return to the Women's Super League.
Yes.
After 2 seasons in the second tier.
I knew there was something around that she had won a promotion back to the WSL, but hell of a career.
Yeah.
And then to like that experience and age and taking off to sunnier climate is perfect. But she's not playing much.
I know.
For Betty. Yeah. So I don't know whether she's not playing or she can't be injured because she's playing for Wales. So
I'm playing well as well, which makes you wonder why.
Well, that's what I say. She's 100%er. She's absolute 100%er. Brilliant.
And you have 70 caps as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes with the women's footballers, you forget how experienced and how many achievements in caps they've got.
It's because you've only been watching it since it's become popular for most people. Yeah. Whereas if you've taken even a slight interest in it, you know it's been going 50, 60 years or 40, 50 years. It's been going a long time. I was watching the other day, and there was a question in a quiz on TV. And it was like, Wales women's goalkeeper used to have to wear Neville Southall's shirt or something like that.
Mad.
And it gave you 3 options, and the person chose the wrong option, but I knew it was true. Yeah. And they were saying, like, that can't be true. And I was like, no, that is true. That is true. And the women used to have hand-me-down kit from the men.
Well, it's still got places to go, in terms of boot development. Like the shape of feet still needs to be changed. Shin pads. Yeah. They were all based around the men's game and weren't adapted for the women's.
Listen, if you want to really dig into it, right? I remember I had a conversation with my mucker, AD Littlejohn. He was at Cardiff when Warnock was there. He's a physiotherapist. And
not related to Littlejohn, who you played with at Sheffield United.
It's actually him.
So Littlejohn, who you played for, who has
Sheffield United,
who you came on for before you
scored at Spurs.
Scored at Spurs.
Yeah.
He was then a physio.
He's now a physio. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Then his coach, Dave Fever, my old Blackburn physio, gave him a little hand here and there as well. So, yeah, but he's a physio at Rotherham United now.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. But he and I talk often about the difference in sort of ethnicity in like treatments now and muscle density and things like that. So bone density is different between black and white. It's going to be the same. It's going to be difference between men and women.
Yeah.
But everything you do on a medical side is catered towards treating males.
Yeah.
And probably you'd say white males because, you know, some of the treatments go back 20, 30, 40 years before black people were really in and around the game. But he will say the difference in muscle and bone density. So, you know, with this world of AI and one idea, dig into that world. I always said if I made a dog load of money, I would definitely explore that. You know, like women are doing their cruciates a lot.
It's so much more than the guys are.
What is the reason behind that? That's not it's an unlucky thing, it's just a situation. No, that's the human body telling you like there is a unique difference between men and women. You know, it might be some sort of attachment to a ligament that is different, thicker, smaller, thinner. We don't know. But I think that's where the next generation of sort of medical sort of insight needs to go, is really start to separate different people in. And it's not just in football; it's across sports, right?
Yeah. It's actually fascinating, isn't it?
Well, the human body is. It's fascinating to think. Like I remember him saying to me, AD said to me, what's the striker's name now? Went to Newport.
Not Omar Bogle.
Omar Bogle, spot on. So AD was saying to me, Omar Bogle, and I was saying like, he's a physical unit, and AD was saying like, is Nate like massaging his muscles, and he doesn't do weights. He's not a weight freak.
Yeah,
he's just naturally thick, solid, real dense muscle fiber.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, that you can treat that muscle the same as you would treat Dav's muscle.
Yeah.
Right?
Because mine aren't, like, if we're talking quads, if his are dense, mine are dead tight.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why I've had the injuries I've had, is because of, not because it's dense, but because they're fast.
Yeah.
And they haven't reacted
quick enough.
Like the rest of my body didn't follow.
Yeah. So when you look at it from a medical perspective, you think, you know, like, you got AI now is going on. Let's deep dive into that, because there must be so much you can, and people are making money. There must be so much money you can make from it. Because I always say, if you're treating Omar Bogle or you're treating Dav, and you say, right, he's ripped his hamstring, and we do the usual ultrasound or this and that and this and that, and it takes 6 weeks for Dav and it takes 5 weeks for Omar, or vice versa. There might be ways and certain medicines and certain techniques of rehab that you can do, which might enhance Omar's recovery or might enhance Dav's recovery rather than just be the same old. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, absolutely, because it also makes sense. Like, if you think about blood flow and body temperature, like when it comes to like heat, someone's going to be able to deal with temperatures better than we are. So someone's going to have colder bodies. Yeah. Or deal with like you
like the old 70s when he used to say, "Oh, black people no good in the cold."
But like,
because we naturally love the sun.
Yeah.
Or most of us do. Do you know what I mean?
But all body, because even if you've got people who've got like histories with depending on how serious it is, with like Raynaud's, where people get colder fingertips and feet, which if you think about it on a football field, you've only got a thin pair of socks.
I was a nightmare as a sub. It didn't happen often, but when I was sub, winter, cold feet, I suffer with cold feet, so it's like it's a nightmare.
And that's going to make you more prone to an injury.
Absolutely.
Or tight muscles, which is going to be different to, say,
someone who doesn't suffer with cold feet.
Yeah, some dude who's been playing in the Finnish league all his life, and his body has adapted to
Absolutely.
to doing that, and vice versa. If he then goes and plays for the Kaiser Chiefs in South Africa,
it's different again.
It's going to be completely different.
Yeah. So there's a market right there.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah, we should. I mean, is there? It'd be great to get some sort of scientific specialist on human body and.
Yeah, that's a good shout. We can have a look. I bet Cardiff Met or University of South Wales or Cardiff University.
Someone must have an expert that can come on and we can pick their brains in the difference between, like we say, races of people and then male and female, and what would cause a player, male, female, black, white, whatever, to be more prone to certain muscle injuries? Is there a reason for that? And all that? We're getting all
I know
scientific, Dav.
I love that. I think that'd be really fascinating.
Yeah.
We'll have a little deep dive
try and
and
get someone on the sofa.
See who we can find.
Yeah, see who we can find.